So I am the owner. Some of you guys have seen me with a bingo. I hosted the bingo one time, and so I am a certified naturopath and iridologist, which is the study of the eye, and a colon hydrotherapist. So colon health equals brain health, okay? Yeah. So I was asked to speak, which I enjoy doing, but we are talking about tea. And so now I'm talking about the importance of using tea as a way to allow your body to heal and to, you want to say heal and just heal. So I'm going to talk about, I think I had 6 teas up here. And I'm going to go over them and just briefly describe to you some of the things that are in them, but I also have samples for people to try because we're talking about tea. Now we want to talk about the herbal teas, which are for the healing of the body. So I have a blood cleanser, and that is for people who have issues with the blood, have had chemo, or anything like that. It helps to allow the body to flush them out through the kidneys and the liver. And there are certain herbs that will bind to those things to allow them to flush from the body. And this has red clover, burdock, which is a good blood cleanser, also helps with hair and liver. Hibiscus, which is also an anti-cancer, helps correct circulatory issues. So also good for circulatory because you have to think if it's a cleanser, it also has to be a flusher, right? It has to move things out of the body. And then sheep sorrel, which is also for cancer disorders, tumors, balanced glandular. Because a lot of times when people go through those things where they have heavy medication, cancer, chemo, things like that, those things will start to hoard themselves in our glandular system. Thyroid, and we have a lot of glands throughout our stomach and down our legs. They will have a tendency to store them because the body can't get rid of it. So you need some things to help it flush it out of the body. So there are certain herbs that will allow it to flush outside of the body. So that is the blood cleanser tea, right? Then I have the blood pressure tea. So in the blood pressure tea, we have wild cherry bark, which is good for high blood pressure, helps you to breathe easier and expels mucus. Because a lot of times with blood pressure, people don't understand they have a high mucus in the body, inflammatory in the body. So you got to get the inflammatory down. That also takes into account our diets. Sugar, pasta, bread, inflammatory. Milk, inflammatory. So if you already have inflammation in the body, you have to cut some of those things down. If not, cut them out until the body heals itself. So a lot of people think, well, I like to eat this and I like to eat that. It's okay, but if your body is already inflamed, all you're going to do is keep putting more inflammation in it if you keep eating those things. So that's just a hint, okay? Hyssop, which expels gas, mucus, reduces blood pressure, and then valerian root, which also is a calming one, which nerves, heart regulation, and repairs calcium repair. Because a lot of times our body gets robbed of calcium from even our medications, and the body can't replenish it, so you have to replenish it. And some of these calcium tablets are not it. There's too many processed things in them that the body's just gonna get rid of it. It's not even gonna allow the body to absorb any minerals from it. Okay. Then there is my respiratory tea. It has mullein in it, which repairs the tissue in the lungs, epilepsy and seizures, cough, asthma, smoker's cough. Even for those people who stop smoking, okay, your lungs still have some of that debris in it. You need to get it out. Okay, it could be 10 years and the body will hold on to things, especially if the body is filled with mucus and it's already inflamed. The body's going to hold on to it until you force it out. Yerba Santa, which is for asthma attacks. It's an expectorant to cleanse and remove fluid from the lungs. And then eucalyptus, it's also an expectorant, helps to dry things out. Oxygenator, respiratory decongestant, and anti-malarial. So it's helping to clean those lungs, turn them back pink, and allow the mucus to remove from the body. Then I have a joint tea. And so each one of these are individual herbs that some people use individually, but there's also good to combine certain herbs to help like really attack the issue that you're having. Then we have the joint tea, nettle leaf, which is arthritis, dissolves uric acid. So uric acid comes from coffee, sodas, sugar, and if you're a heavy meat eater, that will cause uric acid buildup in the body as well. That will cause the joints to hurt, crack, creak, right, things like that. Reducing those things will allow some of that uric acid buildup to go down, right? A lot of people don't think about that. They're thinking, okay, I'm eating healthy, right? But if you're eating heavy coffee is not bad, but if you're a heavy coffee drinker, the body will build up uric acid inside of the body, and it will cause joint issues. Chromium, it also has chromium, and it helps with circulation. And then devil's claw root, which is for pain, inflammation due to arthritis, inflammation in the joints. And then rosemary, which is arthritis, nerve relaxant, and a diuretic. So it's allowing it to, when it starts to break things down, allows it to flush itself out of the body. Then we have a weight loss tea. And it's not necessarily, think of it as weight loss, it's more of, because people tend not to lose weight or tend to pack on only because the body can't get rid of toxins. Okay, I haven't changed anything, I eat the same, but somehow I'm gaining weight. It's because things have slowed down, but the body is also starting to hoard things, right? And you need to just get things to flush out. So we have chickweed, which dissolves fat, high iron, helps with inflamed stomach and bowels, because a lot of times people are holding on to weight because one, the body isn't metabolizing the food properly. And then the second thing is the body isn't utilizing the nutrients that it is getting from it. And the third is the toxins are not being flushed out the body. So when the toxins are not flushed out the body, which means you're not going to the bathroom once a day, twice a day, you're going every other day, going every third day. Not good. If you're putting food in the mouth, something has to come out. Okay? Right? I'm just saying, putting something in, something has to come out. Right? So if it doesn't come out, that means toxins are circulating through the body, because the toxins have to leave. If they have nowhere to go, it'll show up in your skin, boils, it'll show up in your scalp, it'll show up in your adenoids, any of your system, because the body can't get rid of it. So now the other parts of your body are going to try to absorb it. And that's usually how I call one of the organs, one of the weaker organs, start to go bad, right? Because you have toxins now starting to show up in the body. Yerba mate reduces inflammation, lowers blood sugar levels, cholesterol, high energy. And senna leaf, which is a bowel cleaner. It has magnesium and helps with constipation. Just think, back in the day, I can remember my grandmama, and my mom's sitting right here. I remember grandmama putting a little Epsom salt in her water and drinking it, right? Epsom salt is high quantities of magnesium. Mm-hmm. Magnesium is a relaxant, which allows the bowels to relax so then you can go, right? Mm-hmm. So when you're not going, you need to have, there's a lack of magnesium in the diet, and you need to add a little magnesium to loosen things up a little bit, because if you're having constipation, then that's why it's not moving through, it's getting stuck, okay? And a little Epsom salt ain't gonna hurt you, right? But senna leaf is one, it's a leaf, which is a bowel cleaner, and mama, you can attest that works. Yeah. That senna leaf, it'll help you to go. And then hibiscus, which is also anti-cancerous, helps correct circulatory heart issues, and large amounts of selenium and chromium, which are also needed for bowel health. And so that is the weight loss tea. I also have an anxiety tea. So a lot of people have anxiety. The question is why? Anxiety comes in different forms. Anxiety comes from not moving, meaning you said you were going to do something and you didn't do it. Anxiety comes from worrying about the future that hasn't come yet, and it doesn't really matter because today is today, right? Mm-hmm. Or worrying about nothing. Or worrying about everything, right? You have to think, there's no place for worrying about everything. If you gave everything up, if you believe in God and you gave everything up to God, right? You really believe and you gave it up. There's nothing you should be worried about, because what is, and tomorrow is not promised, and you only need to deal with today, right? So anxiety tea has St. John's wort, which shrinks varicose veins, depression. And I also have a relaxation tea, which I'm an Herbalife distributor, and in that it has chamomile, passion flower, peppermint, lavender, and spearmint. And that alone helps people with anxiety. It brings it all the way down, right? So that you can think clear without all of the, angst that goes with it. And then sarsaparilla, which has a sense of well-being, energy, glands, and lungs. Because a lot of people who have anxiety, right? You start here, it starts with the breathing, and it gets stuck. And so the sarsaparilla allows the energy to keep moving so that the lung can stay clear so that you can breathe, okay? And so it's meant to just calm the nervous system down. And then the other tea that I brought today is the cinnamon energy tea. So this is Herbalife as well, and it just has, put like a tablespoon, it gives you energy where it boosts you up. Green tea and coffee bean, it's all natural, where it doesn't give you jitters, just gives you enough lift to know that it gave you some energy and it doesn't tank you down. So those are the teas that I have, and like I said, I have samples of them all, but that is all I have for today. So does anybody have any questions? There's one.
Are you selling the individual